Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Walking Dead video. So I want to talk about a couple of things here and talk about the excitement for Walking Dead Dead City Season 2 because it is premiering in just 16 days as of now. So yeah, a lot to look forward to here. So before we go any further, make sure to be a subscriber if you want to get all my Walking Dead content like this. Like I said, the show is premiering in 16 days. It's not this Sunday or the Sunday after, but it's the Sunday after that. So it's pretty much 2 weeks from now, and it's gonna fly right by. Like the next week or so is just gonna be kind of whatever, right? But like once we're at the next weekend, looking at the weekend afterwards, we really just have to get through that, and then the premiere of Dead City will be here, which is very, very exciting. I can't wait to watch anything Walking Dead. Like it's been so long since we've watched anything with The Walking Dead that's also a complaint that I have, is that these shows aren't coming out fast enough, or at least there's not enough episodes for the shows. Like I think if there was more episodes, then it wouldn't feel as bad, you know, like having 2 shows out every year. If there was 10 episodes each or something like that, or at least at minimum 8 episodes, I think it would feel a lot better to actually, you know, be excited about watching these shows. But like anyways, Dead City Season 2 is about to be here, so I am very, very excited about actually watch the show and see what's going on with Maggie and Negan, and where that story is going to be going next. So yeah, definitely make sure to be a subscriber if you want to get all my Walking Dead content like this. But a few things here that I do want to get into. So a lot of stuff is happening here over the next like 2 weeks or so. Next week is going to be the start of a lot of like, you know, promotion for Dead City's premiere. You're probably going to see the actors doing a lot of interviews. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out in terms of like, you know, articles and all of that. The one thing that is actually happening on April 28th, so that's not next week, but the week right after that, is actually a big premiere event where a lot of people are going to be able to watch the very first episode of The Walking Dead Dead City Season 2. So it's a big Season 2 premiere event, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Lauren Cohen, and I think some of the executive producers could be there as well. I think Scott Gimple could be there. Who knows who's going to be there, but some of the producers are going to be there. I'm imagining Gimple will be there for sure, and obviously the cast. I don't know if Eli Journay is going to be there, because it looks like for Season 3, he's not going to be involved at all. I think that maybe it was a creative difference, or I'm not sure what happened there, but it looks like going into Season 3, we're going to have a totally different showrunner, and I'm curious as to where things are going to go. I will say, if we are getting the showrunner that we're getting for Season 3, just based off of the rumors right now, that's really amazing, because he's written some of the best episodes of The Walking Dead, and that's going back to like some of the earlier seasons of the show, right? Like he was a part of that. So being a part of those episodes, like I think he understands the world quite a bit. So that's very good for The Walking Dead Dead City, and I think would be really good for Season 3 and 4. I mean, the showrunner for Season 1 and 2 is honestly really incredible as well, so I wouldn't mind having him back for Season 3 and 4, but I just don't know what's going on here with all of this, and it seems like they are changing the showrunner here, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this big event here is happening in New York City, and whoever's there is going to watch the very first episode of Season 2 of The Walking Dead Dead City, and I think that that's going to be the day that we really have to watch out for spoilers. And so that's really starting in what, like just over a week from now, so we're going to have to really watch out for spoilers, because the spoilers are going to be absolutely insane. I think that everything about the first episode is going to be out there, so yeah, we'll have to just be very careful to not see any of that, but that is just sort of what it is. You know, before a show premieres, there's usually a bunch of stuff that does get released, including the early reviews actually. So in 12 days from now, we're going to be getting the early reviews for the whole season of Season 2. It's not just going to be the premiere episode of Season 2. It's going to be for the whole season. So we're going to see a lot of people's opinions on the season, and I always break down the reviews. You know, I generally at this point sort of know how certain reviewers view The Walking Dead overall. If there's, you know, some critics that are a little bit more like, they love The Walking Dead so much and it can't do no wrong, or if there's people who are way too critical. So I always try to look at both sides, and also I just sort of look at, you know, a lot of the reviews from people that don't really watch The Walking Dead anymore, but they watch this, and like, what do they think about the show now, right? So there's that to look forward to, which is in 12 days on April 30th. On that day actually is going to be a big event as well, where I think we are going to get the confirmation about a bunch of stuff regarding, you know, Season 3 or 4, or a lot of what the rumors are right now. So for that, we'll have to wait and see. But again, that's April 30th. So far it looks like not next week, but the week after is going to be very, very busy. There's going to be quite a bit of stuff that does come out that week. And also, What's coming out, I think, actually, this is next week as well. I'm definitely going to be getting this on April 23rd is the next issue here of SFX magazine. And we actually do see Maggie and Negan on the front cover. There's a lot of stuff that they're talking about here in terms of a lot of like horror stuff and everything. But The Walking Dead Dead City is front and center. And this is going to be very, very exciting. Like, I'm so excited for this because of what they could talk about just for the future. Like, asking them, you know, like, could you see your characters reuniting with Rick? If there's interviews there with Scott Gimple or whoever, you know, just talking about the future overall and like what's next for Dead City going into season 3 and 4. Like, what can you tease about the future and all that, right? Like, I know it's hilarious that I'm focusing so much on the future when we literally have Dead City season 2 premiering in like 2 weeks from now, but I think I'm more just interested in like the overall direction of everything, because before we knew the direction, right, it was building up to The Ones Who Live, and it was kind of exciting to see where things would go. And right now, I think we need a lot more of that. It does seem like things are actually building there. Like, it seems like there's a lot of rumors right now that things are starting to actually build up to like more crossovers or more bigger events happening here. That's why now I'm very, very interested. I'm very interested in where The Walking Dead is going. And whenever we get interviews or anything like that, where anyone could ask them questions about all of that, obviously it's really exciting. And I will say, the artwork and everything for the magazine cover here looks absolutely incredible, and I will be picking this up for sure. But yeah, overall, I just wanted to talk about a few things there. And I also wanted to, I guess, end this video talking about The Walking Dead Dead City's hype just overall right now. And I will say that I think right now it's kind of interesting because The Walking Dead over the years, in terms of the excitement and everything, things haven't been the same since like, what, 2020, 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. But ever since then, things have been generally the same, I would say. Besides The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon season 2, that definitely was like, it was so off. Like, there was just not a lot of talk about the show. And I know that a lot of stuff happened to that show right as episode 1 aired. So, you know, there is that against it. But right now, there is some excitement building. And it's usually like this, like there's not a lot of hype building up to the show's premiere. You sort of see it a little bit with some stuff and there's some excitement online. But once the first episode airs, that's where it's just like, okay, now we're back. Now we're here with the story. Where are we going next, right? And I think that is kind of where we're at right now, is you can start to see some of the excitement slowly starting to build up here. But it's always going to be like that first episode when the show is back, and then you're just there in the story, you watch that first episode and you can't wait for episode 2, then that's when The Walking Dead is back. And so that's why I'm sort of doing a countdown, because it's always been this way. Like, even 3 days before the show premieres, like sometimes things feel a little bit too quiet, and then you watch the first episode and you're just like, oh wait, never mind, right? Like, even with The Ones Who Live, it was like that. Like, I remember like a couple of days before that, it just felt too quiet. Like, we've been waiting for this for a long time. Like, there should be a lot more talk about it. And then obviously we all watched that very first episode, and then it was just a totally different world we were in, right? So it's really exciting because The Walking Dead Dead City, there's actually been some excitement for the show. There's been a lot of hype, I would say, for the show overall going into season 2. And honestly, comparing it to The Last of Us, like The Last of Us might have bigger numbers because it's on HBO. I'm not entirely sure, but things were very quiet with that show up until really the last week before the show premiered. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, we're 2 weeks away right now. I think there will be some more stuff coming out next week, but that very last week, as we're building to the premiere that Sunday, it's going to be absolutely insane. And AMC has been doing a really great job promoting their shows, like while it's airing or like a week or two beforehand. So yeah, I'm excited for season 2. I really cannot wait. And yeah, so anyways, definitely post all your thoughts down below. Hope you all enjoyed the video. I will be doing a stream later. I'm not sure what I'm going to be playing yet. So if you do want to actually follow me on Twitch, definitely go do so. My channel name is Appetite for the Dead. But again, thank you for watching. And also, actually, I wanted to mention one more thing before I end the video. And that is, I am going to be working on merch designs right now, because I've gotten some requests about, you know, having merch and all of that. So I'm actually going to work on a design that I've had, you know, sort of there for a while, but I do actually want to start doing that and actually getting into a lot of stuff like that. So I'm trying to time it for the release of Dead City season 2. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to work on some like designs and everything and have everything officially out. And yeah, if you're interested, definitely let me know. And also, if you're not a member of the channel, I will be doing some really cool things here coming up, at least starting for May anyways, because again, I'm trying to time everything here for Dead City Season 2 to make everything a little bit more exciting, because I mean, I'm so excited the show's back and everything, and yeah, it just makes sense. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Again, definitely go follow me on Twitch. I'll be live there later on today, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.